Hi everybody, Mr. Hayes' World of Math. We are going through, this is the 2019 free response question number 4. It matches up with AP's Unit 6. In this case, it's going to be a significant sense for the difference of proportions. Tumbleweeds made up of a plant called Cachia and is becoming drug resistant to this glyphosate. I think we'll go with that. 2014, 19.7% of the randomly selected plants was resistant to it, and 4 years later, 3 years later, is up to 38.5. So a couple of things here. Before I start anything, I'm going to go through and I'm going to label out the important things. I label out, now notice here, you can use 1 and 2, 14, 17. I ended up saying 2014 and 2017 in order to keep the samples separate. So 19.7, I have my N value, and I have that all laid out, so then that way I've pulled it off of the text. The other thing to think about here is that there has been an increase, okay? So that means that we're going to do, it's not double-sided, it's just going to be over on the right-hand side. So we're going to go through the 4C method in this. If you have a different one, as long as you have similar steps, you should be fine. There we go. It's a two-sampled z-test for the difference of proportions. You can either write out difference of proportions or you can write P1 minus P2. I go on to say it has an alpha value of 5%. That is set up in the problem as well. And as just a reminder, pause wherever you need to. I'm just going to kind of walk you through this and kind of give you some pointers. And the difference, or P2017 minus P2014, is the difference, the true difference of proportions in glyphosate resistant, Cachia, and we're going to say 2017 minus 2014. It may seem obvious, but do you really want to take a chance that your AP reader, actually the 2 AP readers, potentially 3, who look at your problem, doesn't know what you're saying? Yeah, me neither. Now for check, remember we have to check both populations, both the 2014 sample and the 2017 sample. So with this, both of them up in there says that both years have randomly selected in it. That's good for us because that means that why? We can extend it to the population. Is it independent? 61 is definitely less than 1/10 of all Cachia plants. Same thing for 52. Why do we say that? That means that we don't have to worry about replacing the Cachia plants when we pick a new one. And approximately normal. Now, the one thing I forgot to point out is notice up here, we are using the pooled combination for what should happen. Because if nothing is going on, which is our assumption, which I forgot to write down, Mr. Hayes, where are your hypotheses? Honestly, I forgot to pool my data initially, and so that threw all of this. So, hypothesis number 1, P2017, P2014 is equal to 0. The alternative hypothesis is that that has gone up. So we're going to say greater than 0. Now, if you ended up, and the reason why I did that was because it says increased. You could make a case that 2014 minus 2017 is going to be negative, so it's going to get less than 0 because it's going to get more and more drug resistant. I figured this was easier than trying to do some mental gymnastics. Okay, so we've got our pool data, 23.5, and that's what I've used right here, because when you do n times p and n times 1 minus p, you use what is the supposition, that the 2 samples, nothing's going on, so we can just pool it together because of the independence like we talked about, much like the independence back in probability. It's a very similar concept. It doesn't matter what data or what pool, what subgroup you're taking it out of, the proportions should stay the same. Now calculate. This is a place where people smarter than me or people who've done reading longer than I have, because I haven't done one yet, suggest that all of these parts go down to make sure that you don't miss something. So we're going to do the general form, test stat equals stat minus parameter over standard deviation. And we also write out this formula here. That is helpful because if for some reason you forgot to name it back up in the choose, a lot of times I've seen rubrics saying, you know, chose the appropriate test either by formula or by name. And so that will help you there. We plug in all the parts. So we've got this then. Now, as a reminder, down over here, we are doing 0.2835 times the 0.7165 over, what was it, 61 plus blah, blah, blah. And that's where I got this number down over here. That's my standard deviation. We have the difference right here. Here's our difference in the two samples that we have. This is the difference we should be having. And then we have our standard deviation down here of 8%. And we get a z-score above 2. And as you know, that's 2 standard deviations away from the mean. So we should be very close, if not totally into that. Well, actually, we know we are because 68, 95, 99.7. So we should definitely be under 2%, 2.5%, since we're only doing one-sided there. You look this up in Table A. And you get a value of 0.0136, so just as we said. All right, that all right there is helpful to make sure you set everything up. And then we're going to pull out the conclusion, because again, the actual math isn't all of your points. The conclusion is probably just as important. So, assuming that the null hypothesis is true, there is no difference between 2017 and 2014 proportions. There is an approximately 0.0136 probability of getting a sample difference of proportions of 0.188 or greater purely by chance. So again, just what we're saying, you have about a 1% chance, 1.5% chance of seeing this data. Side note, what type of error is that? Type 1, you're right, okay. So, because this is less than our alpha value, because 0.0136 is less than our alpha value of 5% here, we reject null hypothesis. Remember, we're just going to reject the null hypothesis. We have convincing evidence to show that there has been an increase in the proportion of all cachea that is resistant to glyphosate. If you happen to make glyphosate, or your parents do, I apologize. Please comment down below what you got. So anyway, I hope you find that helpful. Hope you do well on your test. We'll see you later.